Richards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So how do you do it all? TV star and everything else you do. Boutique owner, mom to 4 daughters.
That's right. You know, it's just about prioritizing, really. You know, I'm a mom and a wife first, and then everything else comes after that. So it really is just about putting your family first, and once they're taken care of, you know, if you fail with the other things, it's okay. I'm just being myself, and sometimes, like I said, you don't always see the backstory. And, you know, another incident that happened the other night was Taylor at my sister Kim's nose reveal. I mean, how many nose reveal parties have you guys been to?
0.
Only in Beverly Hills.
I'm hoping to get
that was only the first one I've been to either. Although we do joke that we're gonna have like nose showers and like collect money for like my friends who can't afford it and they want to get a nose. Like we're gonna have a nose shower. Change the most. You know, I have to really be honest. I mean, I think the obvious answer, people may think, oh, it's Adrian because of what's happened this season, but I really feel like this cast, the majority of us have really already been in the spotlight somewhat, or, you know, in the public eye a lot, you know, with Adrian with our hotels, and Camille with Kelsey and Kim and me growing up the way we did. That it wasn't like a big shock to any of us. I have to say, it's not like we're set up. Like, you know, when I first started this show, I thought they were going to do something like someone saying, oh, my grandmother just passed away, and cutting to me going, you know, I was thinking they were going to do that. They don't do that. Nothing is set up. We don't have scripts. It really is what's going on in our lives. However, there are pieces missing sometimes, you know, that make it more dramatic, or, you know, you don't always get the backstory. Like stuff happened between Lisa and I off camera, then all of a sudden things were different on camera. People thought, what's going on? And if I were to say, well, this is what happened, it would cause a bigger problem. So I just kind of let it go, and you feel a little tension. So we're going to Paris this time, and I think that's a 2-part episode.
Oh, that's gonna be good. Fireworks, literally.
Fireworks, exactly.
Can you tell us anything that happens during that trip besides the fireworks?
Well, you'll see a little bump in the road with my sister, but it's not what it seems. It'll clear itself up in the following episode. Yeah, she's good.
What about the other cities for the Real Housewives? Who's your favorite?
I love New Jersey.
You love New Jersey?
I love New Jersey.
Right? What's the name of your boutique in case we visit Beverly Hills?
Kyle, by Aileen 2 are my partners. They have 3 stores in Florida. And I met them at a book signing when I flew out there, and I fell in love with their store, and I came back to LA and I said, I want to open this store here in Beverly Hills. So
everyone's disappointed Mauricio isn't here, but you guys recently celebrated your 17th anniversary.
Yeah,
right? How do you keep the romance alive? Because you guys still seem like you're having a good time together.
We are. We're having a great time. We get along really well, and you know, how do we keep the romance alive? You know, like I said, it's just really making each other the priority. I mean, believe me, we have 4 kids. The other day I was laughing. I actually tweeted a picture where my dog had her head on my pillow, under the blankets, with her head on my pillow, and then Portia was in the next pillow. It was like there was nowhere for me to lay. Like, yeah, but you know, we love that, and you know, we just make sure to go out of our way to find time for each other. And you know, just the other night, everyone was going to this big party, and we're like, we don't want to do that. We stayed home, we made dinner. You know, we're all having ice cream at home, just with the fireplace on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Kyle
you.
Richards,
Thank you.
signing autographs in just a moment.